planner that I have purchased, but before I am going to write into that planner, I have to have some clarity and, I don't know, organization in my head. So I always write my goals out on an extra sheet of paper. It's just like really scattered, and then I organize. And when I have the feeling that the plans that I have and the time that I allot for them to materialize is realistic, then I actually start putting it into my actual planner. The reason is that I know myself and I like to, I don't know, jump in over my head. I'm very driven and I want to do it all, and I want to do it all at once. So I always end up postponing things, or like I just don't have enough time. Like it was just like not realistic. So I try to avoid that by getting the excitement out on the scribble sheet, and then I let it rest for a few days and put it back out later and read through it and make adjustments here and there when the excitement has cooled off a little bit. And that's when I start to put things into the planner. So my planner has actually arrived quite a few days before, and it was really hard for me not to unpack it, but I wanted to do an unboxing video. So I really had to keep my fingers still and sit on them, so I would not rip the package open without filming it and without, I don't know, having a proper realistic plan at first. So that was really hard for me, but today is the day that I'm actually writing things into the planner. So as I said, I'm gonna get it again. There's a scribble sheet here, and I divided it into 3 categories. And the first category is self. So what do I want to work on for myself, like self-growth stuff. And I've divided it into brain stuff, like things that I want to learn, skills, then also physical exercises, mental exercises, habits, and creativity, how I can spark my creativity. And then I have a category that is called business. Obviously, it's all business stuff related. And I have a category called family. Those are the 3 main things that I want to focus on every year. And I want to plan out, like, what do we do as a family? What goals do I want to set for 2023 with my business? What goals do I want to achieve personally? And I write them all down, and I see how much time I need for them and when I will start with each. Next, I make a list for the next 3 to 4 months. And since this year is only 2 or 2.5 more months long, I have created a list for the next 2.5 more months. And it actually started in September already, so it was 3 months back then. And I tick the things off that I have accomplished, and I also see all the things that I need to accomplish in this year still. So why do I do the next 3 to 4 months in more detail? The thing is, when you put the whole year down in detail, especially with a family and a new business, you kind of like overdo things. You think that you can do more than you are actually able to do. And when you plan out the next 3 to 4 months, that is way more realistic. You see the little, like the sub goals that you have in order to achieve your annual goals, and you have divided them and broken them down into tiny sub goals and sub goals. So it's easier to grasp, and it is more realistic and easier for you to check whether you are on track or whether you have run off course a little bit and need to like steer back on course. So when you have 3 to 4 months, then you see, oh, okay, I need more time here than I've actually given myself. Then it's not like making a whole big mess out of your whole annual plan, but you have the next 3 to 4 months to, you know, readjust and get back on track. Every time I sit down and plan, I have a little chart with me that says clarity. So I need to be clear on the big goal, the big picture. Where do I actually want to go? I always like to look at that and check whether the activities and the goals that I have set for the next year or for the next 3 to 4 months or even the next week are in alignment with the big picture, like my life purpose that I have, created and that I have assigned myself to, and that I devote my life and my time to, so that I really make the most out of my time. I'm also going to put on some nice relaxing music and inspiring music. I always love that. And make myself a cup of warm tea that I love so much with a spritz of lemon, just as I love it. And then I get to write into that beauty here. My desk looks now nice and neat and clean. And I am ready to write into my planner.